Hello, welcome to PixelLab tutorial, and today we'll be looking at the Bezier tool in the PixelLab app. Basically, we'll be looking at the different functionality in the Bezier tool. The first function is the Bezier mode. The next is the action. Then we have the stroke. Under the stroke, we have stroke width, the opacity, and the stroke color. Back to Bezier mode. In the Bezier mode, the first icon is to add point. If I should click the first icon and tap on the screen, any point where I tap on the screen, there will be an extension of the curve to that point. So let me bring back what we have before. Next icon, you can transform the point with the second icon and also transform the shape of the curve using the second icon. If I should click on the second icon in the Bezier mode, there will be an extension, this white extension here. If I should click on it, I can drag it down and change the shape of the curve depending on what I want to create. You can click on each point, edit the shape of the curve. We can also transform the point itself by clicking and holding this end, and you can see we can move it around. Notice as the whole point moves around. Now, the next icon in the Bezier mode is to move around. So, if I should click on it, I can move the shape without deforming it. The next is the actions. In the actions, the first icon is to delete point. So if I should click on the first icon, a point is deleted. Let me bring back what we've deleted. Remember, the third icon in the Bezier mode is to move the points without deforming it. And I said under the actions, the first icon is to delete point. The second icon in the actions in the Bezier tool is to connect points such that there won't be an open curve. If I should click on it, there will be a connection. As you can see, we no longer have an open curve. I can deactivate it by clicking on it again. Alright, activate, deactivate, activate, deactivate. The third icon in the actions is the scale. Is to scale, to change how big or how small the shape should look like. If I should click on it, then a scale bar will pop up. I can now increase or decrease the shape by just moving the bar or clicking the plus and the minus. All right. Still on the actions. The last icon is to rotate the shape. If I should click on it, it will bring up a rotating bar. Notice as it rotates. Okay, now moving to the next, which is the stroke. The first is the stroke width, which is just to increase the thickness. I can make it bigger or just smaller. And also, we can make its tips to be rounded or just flat. To be rounded is using the first icon in the stroke width. If you want it to be flattened a bit, now watch as the tip flatten as I touch the second icon in the stroke width. So now we now have a flat tip. If you want to extend the tip, just click on the third icon. So that is all for stroke width. Now moving to opacity. Opacity is just to increase the brightness and the transparency. So I can make it more transparent, or I can just make it disappear. Okay. And the next, which is the last one, is just to change the color. So you can use a pure color or a gradient color. I can select a pure color. I can also select a gradient color. So that is all for the Bezier 2 in the PixelLab app. Now, let's create a shape using the Bezier 2. Let's go back. Then click on the Bezier 2. Alright, let's form a S. To form a S, we just need 2 points. Already we have the 2 points. Now let's transform the point so that we have a S. So to transform the point, we first click on the last icon in the actions tool to rotate. Then click on edit. Secondly, for better formation, we click on the second icon on the Bezier mode. Let's change the shape of the curve until we have a X. All right. I think we're good to go. Now, let's go over to the stroke width. Let's increase the width a little. And let's make it flatten. Let's make it flatten. Okay. Yes, and let's mark it. Let's increase it. And as you can see, we can do a lot of things with the Bezier 2. Let's change the background. Let's change the background. This. Okay. Yes. Yeah, this is okay. This can just be a logo. We can add text. Okay, let's just say some creation. Yeah, some creation. Let's change the font. Yeah. All right. So that is all for Bezier 2. Please kindly hit the like button, subscribe for more videos. Thank you.